Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Socially Distanced Safety. I was reviewing our last few weeks' talks to make sure I wasn't being too redundant and making sure we're hitting the right information. And one thing that really stuck out to me, and I don't know if everybody has noticed, but I'm sure the devoted followers have, is the biggest thing I've learned is I seem to lack a little bit of diversity in clothing choices, and so I've made sure to mix it up today and not wear quite the same stuff. So if nothing else, I'm maybe gaining a little bit of more self-awareness about myself. Really do appreciate everybody tuning into these. I think hopefully everybody is getting some kind of value out of this, and we do ask that everybody please make sure to share these with your crews. Make sure people are tuning into these. In the future, we might start trying to get some kind of sign-in sheets or something like that so we can make sure we are still getting the contact made with all of our different teams out here and getting this information disseminated to all the crews in the area. Big thing we want to touch on again this week. We didn't talk quite as much last week about it, but probably not a huge surprise to anybody, is going to be coronavirus. Making sure that everybody still understands what our policies and expectations are. You know, we're seeing a lot of news. We're seeing a lot of positive stuff in the news about numbers going down, things looking better, people looking more and more to these dates in the future for getting more projects open. We want to make sure that we maintain vigilance. We've done a great job out here of having a healthy job site that everybody has been able to maintain safety, most importantly, and keep the job site going. We want to make sure we're doing everything possible to continue that trend and, again, most importantly, keep everybody coming home safe to their families at the end of every day. Biggest things that we want to make sure we're focusing on: face coverings. We do have a variety of disposable options available for anybody maybe who forgot theirs that day. We are trying to find as many different options available for washable masks that people can wear. If you have some from home, again, any type of CDC recommended washable cloth face mask is a great option. And I think we've talked about it before, but if not, I want to make sure that people understand when you're wearing those, the idea is not that it's going to protect you. The idea is what you're doing is you're stopping anything that might be coming out of your mouth from going out into the open to where somebody else might come into contact with it. So you doing that is being a good citizen, a good person, and it's stopping you from breathing on anybody else and potentially spreading the virus. So when you look around and see your teammates, your people working around you, make sure they're taking good care of you as you are to them, and really encourage everybody to keep wearing those. Again, the other big thing, socially distancing. Make sure we're keeping that 6 feet of separation whenever possible. We're evaluating tasks. We're trying to make sure whatever we're doing, we are keeping away from one another, so we're not getting right on top of each other. Make sure to pay attention to the rooms throughout the building that we have the maximum occupancy listed. Do not exceed those maximum occupancies. Talk to one another and make sure that we're not putting too much pressure, standing right over top of another person. Give them the room, give them the space that they need, and hopefully they'll do the same for you. Hygiene stations. We need to make sure we're paying attention to those, making use of those. And if we're missing any materials, anything like that, please let us know. When it comes to using materials out here on site, we do ask that everybody please be respectful of what we are doing and all the work we're doing to try to provide this. It was brought up today that we are having some issues with some of the bathrooms, the honey buckets out there being ripped off. Specifically, the whole container is actually being ripped off the wall. That's becoming a big issue for our suppliers, that they don't actually have ones to replace those. So whoever is doing that, you are disadvantaging the entire job site when you're taking those. If you need materials, if you need supplies, please let us know. We can let you know where we're getting these from. But please do not damage any of our material. And again, you're ultimately making the job site unsafe for everybody when you're doing that. So please make sure you're paying attention to that, and do not rip anything off the walls. Do not take things more than you're needing for that. Also, please make sure we're paying attention to where the hand washing stations are out there. Make use of those. Walk by those frequently. We are keeping those outfitted with all the stuff you need to keep your hands washed, and please make sure you're utilizing those. Last thing I want to end on, I guess maybe my underlying theme this week is just being a good teammate out here, being good citizens, is paying attention to trade damage. This obviously is something that goes larger than this one virus, but we have everybody out here working, everybody making a great tremendous effort to make this project a success and make something that we're all proud of. And we ask that everybody work with one another to not damage one another's material, to keep everything in good condition. If any damage does inadvertently happen, please report that immediately and let us know so that we can get it fixed. It's always going to be easier to do it that way than have to find it later on. But we are seeing ductwork that is being damaged from people sitting on it or walking on it up on the roof. I know we've had a great deal of trade damage. That's unfortunate that the teams are up there trying to fix a number of spots that have been damaged with punctures and things spilled on it, things of that nature. So we are getting that all fixed. We want to make sure that we provide a great quality product that everybody can take pride in. And we ask that you all help us in doing that, and please show the respect of this building that it deserves. And again, make sure we're showing the respect for everybody and all the time and effort they're putting in to make this such a cool project. Thank you all again for everything that you're doing. Please give us feedback. Let us know what's working, what's not. This is obviously a very different time for all of us. So anything that we can do to improve, we're always interested to find that out. Look forward to seeing everybody out there today, and have a great morning. Thank you very much.